Okay, how are you? So, today it's Monday, and this is our car sketching tutorial number 32. Ciao Lydia. Who's there? Yes, marching. People coming. That's good. So for today I have a little surprise because via Amazon I have got new stuff. So we're gonna try something together. All right, so Marcy and your friends. Hi guys, welcome. Ciao Ray from Taiwan. So did you see the Formula One Grand Prix? First of all, the question is, did you like the new circuit? The new racing car circuit? I don't know. I was a little bit not so hot about it, to be honest. Hey Luan, how are you? So we are 10 people now. That's good. Hey Guru. Ciao. Welcome back. So today, you know what I got? I've got my red Prismacolor pencils that I received via Amazon, thanks to Amazon after I made my shopping a week and a half ago. To work tomorrow morning. I will watch the replay. Okay, Ray, don't worry. Take care. Have a nice sleep. Rest. Sleep well. Sweet dreams to you. So this is a red pencil that it's very particular because when I was a student, our teacher Andy Ogden, who is an important industrial designer, car designer in California, in Los Angeles, he was teaching us all those techniques, and he taught us. He made very nice demos with this type of color. Yeah, football was. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I saw the game. I am sorry. It's true. It's true, Marcin. Poland did not play too well, to be honest. I mean, with Lewandowski and company, I thought that they were gonna make a very nice match, but in reality, Colombia was very, very nice, very, very hot. And Quadrato, we have to admit the truth. Quadrato was really, really good. Hi, Vatsal, how are you? So we're gonna make some sketching with this pencil, okay? And we're gonna see the effect that we're gonna have, you know, instead of using our typical dark blue color pencil. This one is a Prismacolor, okay? Because this color I cannot find it in with Faber-Castell. It's slightly different. But what is really interesting here is the pigment, the paste of the pigment. It gives a certain type of softness in the shading, in the line quality. So this will be really interesting to discover together. So you know what, we are already 16, and then why not, well, let's try, let's start, okay? So I will take my marker pad, this time the Canson marker pad, okay? The whole stack paper. I prepare everything here. And now I will move the camera, the telephone camera, so that I can put it on my super and you can have a really nice view. Okay, Luan, no problem. You see the replay tomorrow, with pleasure. So, let me fix a little bit the microphone so that we don't have any strange things. Okay, take this away. I will move I will move the page a little bit better so that you can see. I think that this way it's pretty good. I just wait to make sure that we have a very good let me turn a little bit the support just a bit like that. Okay, and I believe this way it's good. All right, so I make the point, the sharp point, okay, to make sure that we start correctly. All right, and what I would like to try with you today is a page, a page in which we put several sketches, like one of those beautiful pages that designers usually do, where they have their main idea and then they start sketching around a little bit of extra views and details of the same car. All right? Okay, so let's start. First of all, don't forget we want to have a real nice line quality. All right? So, well, that's very nice. It looks really nice. So I'm gonna make first of all a side view, okay? Because I want to know the car around which I'm gonna make some extra details, okay? So as you can see, as usually, I always follow very methodically my technique and my steps, which is a shadow first, okay? So you can see that this red is very nice. I don't know what you think, what's your opinion about it, but it looks pretty nice. It's a kind of deep, and it can become really, really dark. Now I will show you. So, if we take and we start playing, with the shading, look how powerful this red is. It's really, really Saturn, very Saturn. Hi, Charlie. Welcome back. I don't know, Charlie, maybe for you it's good afternoon, or yeah, early afternoon, I guess. -6 hours, I guess. So it's 12 o'clock, 12:30, almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, the color is really nice, Marcin. Hi, Abdul. How are you? So let's continue. So we take this red. By the way, the name of this red is... It's crimson, I think. I can't read really well. The way yeah, crimson red. It's a Prismacolor PC924, the code number, okay? Anyway, I found it on Amazon, because here, as you know, it's difficult in Europe to find the Prismacolor. Yeah, 12:30. Yeah, I remember. So now imagine that we're gonna do something really, really strange, okay? So what I'm doing now, it's really, I'm trying to make something not traditional, of course. We want to use a little bit of creativity, okay? And so I'm gonna make the wheels a little bit bigger. They look small. Okay. So then I'll take this line, okay, and I'm gonna do something like this. And then I don't know, let's see. I'm trying something different, okay? Different than usual. And wait, that I need to make my sharp point. Okay, nice point. This is really sharp. I can kill someone like that with this one. So I'm making this is interesting. This section here in the front, it looks quite interesting. Now I'm making a little bit of radius to make it a little bit softer in this area, you see? And okay, so now we have a belt line which is really high, okay? And I just want to give it a little bit a better direction because it looks a little bit low in the back. There you go. So if I do that, I can imagine that it becomes a sort of a spoiler in the back, okay? Before we get into the rear light area, which is this one. And in the back, we're gonna have a bigger radius, okay? And then we're gonna just make this point a little bit higher so that the axe of the whole car, it's always a little bit like that, which is a little bit more aggressive. Let's say not static, okay? We don't want static stuff. Static stuff are boring. Okay. And then the canopy, okay, we can imagine something like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna make the wheel well, okay, to make sure that we get the right proportion for the wheels. I'm just gonna start a little bit just to make some reference point and check it to make sure that it looks all right. So what do you think so far? Hey Pranshal, welcome back to you too. No, Ayush, you are not late. Don't worry. We are fine. You are exactly on time. All right. So now I have this section here, okay? Let me make the wheel well. And after we will take care a little bit more about this because now it's not really quite good, okay? We have an idea of surfaces that are doing that, but it's not really, it's not too well done. So I will go back on that, trying to fix it and make sure it looks good. All right, so as usually I do, let's give a feeling of the hole inside the fender and a little bit feeling of the tire, because that's in our imaginary, in our head, in our brain. It's gonna give us right away the idea of a tire. Okay? You see, it looks good. It looks nice now. So don't forget that every time we do this shading, okay, for the bottom of the car, we always have shivering. What does it mean? I'm sorry, I don't know this verb. I don't know the meaning. So you see that we have a straight line, which is the shadow of this part, okay, on the ground. And then from here to there, it's not parallel, but it's a little bit like that. And this is because of perspective. So don't ever forget that, because the side view, it's a perspective, okay? That's important. And of course, also on this side. Okay. All right. Now I sharpen my pencil again. The tape is like making some noise while streaming. Ah, I'm sorry, Nihal. I don't have noises. Maybe because I move something here that is tinkling a little bit, but this noise probably it's my arm on that is it's moving on top of the table, and because I have a microphone, I think that the microphone is taking all subtle things inside your speakers. All right, so now as we did here, I'm gonna do it here, okay? So we make a bigger circle, all right? And I'm going to, yeah, the noise is here. I understood. It's the lamp. The lamp is touching the telephone. Well, like that, it should be fine, I guess. All right, so let's make this detail so that we have our base pretty well done, all right? Okay. Aniket, which type of sharpener you use to sharpen the pens you used by? Well, you know what, Aniket, if I show it to you, you're gonna say, shame on you, Mr. Bove. Because this is something I bought in a supermarket, and I think I paid €2, okay? So it's really nothing, but it works fine. I get some really nice sharp points, so... But of course, if you have the electrical one, it's better. That one is the best one. Okay, so this line on top here, let's say that this one is good. This one we leave it this way, okay? But this one, it's not really nice. So I think we should make this a little bit more like that. Okay, like that. Now, what did I do exactly? Just to explain. You see, this line, it starts here, more or less, and ends up here. So look how big, how long it is. It's very long. It's giving a lot of direction and energy, all right, to the sketch. This one, instead, before it was until here, instead, what did I do? I made it shorter. Why? Because making it shorter, it's it's participating to the energy of the car pushing from the back toward the front. So it's not a static detail, okay? It's like something like that, you see? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to explain. You see? This is very, very dynamic line. And that's what I'm trying to reproduce here. Big, long surface here, long, and short one coming to the front. Just a direction. Yeah, let's call it a direction. Okay. So now that we have that, I can take my pencil and I can start thinking, how is the real, the real volume. Okay, first of all, now I can see it, huh? Yes, Lydia, it describes a movement. You're right. With energy. So first of all, let's make our side glass reflections, okay? So as you know, this is a part of cylinder, all right? So that's how it is. Then second thing is that this part here in the back, it's gonna be kind of dark because the section is coming inside. And then it becomes positive. So here we don't do it, just here, you see? Here it's a spoiler, like the section. So it's doing that. Then it's coming out here. So here I won't do anything. But this area here, this one, it's going inside once again. This is the radius. And until here, you see, if I put a line, and I put another one here. So now let's make the shading so that we understand really what's going on in those areas, because the section is going to be a little bit going out, inside, outside, and stuff like that. So let's do the shading. I start going light, okay? Very light, okay? Then this one too. Okay, now here we have in this area, I will just here a little bit more, just to make a little bit a better shading from dark to light, just a little bit more. I also want to create a better contrast, of course. So now I'm modeling, you see? And of course I'm using my pencil and the pressure that I apply with my hand in a way that I can control how darker I want it to become. And here's the same thing. Now, one thing is, it's obvious. When I arrive here in this area, I'll try to leave it the white. Why? Because this section, which is positive, it arrives until here. So it's starting from here that it starts doing this, you know, it's twisting inside. When it's here, no, so the light is coming here, hitting. And this detail here So can you read the shape? Thanks, Charlie. You see, we have here, we really have outside is starting to twist inside, comes a little bit out, then is inside and comes out. And the last part, it's inside again. And here, it's a little bit the opposite, because it's inside, and then here comes outside to create this slip, you know, of light. While this section here, it's constant. It's gonna be dark because it's coming underneath to close the side view of the car. Now here I make it really soft, because it's like a sphere in this area, okay? And a little bit on top of okay, so here we go. Here we have, I would say, side view, okay? Could you tell us what pencil is that? Yes, this is a Prismacolor red Cremoncy. PC, the code number is PC924. The front end like a Porsche design. Well, I won't say that. All right, so now that we did that, you see, I put some extra roundness to make the look aero a little bit more aero, okay? You see, the fact that I just made this nice radius there, it's nice. It gives a little bit of elegance. Yes, I think it is a Premier Prismacolor, yes. Yes, Premier, it's written here. You can see. And here you have the code number. Maybe with the light you cannot see well. Let me see. Yeah, there, I think you can see that now. Okay. All right, so now that we did that, I can imagine already, how can I say, a background, okay? At this time, the background, let's make it different. Let's not make the typical squarish or rectangular background. Let's do something that it's a little bit more emotion, okay? Of course, always something that is in contrast, because the background, as we say every time, has to support our side view, okay, our subject. So let's do something that is you know, something really And now that we did that, I work with my lines to make the background. Because here we have to hit really dark. and make a nice shading, dark light. Now you can see I try to be very disciplined with my lines. I don't want lines to be crazy, so I try to control the lines that I put, okay? And here I just work my line work now, just to make it better. Now, because like that it's not so nice, okay, we still need to do something. Could you do a video on the technique of using a pencil to define the various shapes, or maybe you have already done that? Yes, Charlie, yes, I did it already, like we did the sphere last time. I plan the next time, or maybe after, we will make the cylinder, the cone, and the cube. No problem. That's very important because that's the fundamentals. Everything starts from that. Now I clean up lines, you see? And I can make another one here, which is going to be lighter. It's a little bit artistic touch, you know, you cannot be always doing always the same things. We gotta find different stuff. This helps also to develop your own technique and language. Because, for example, I don't have my friends, colleagues that do stuff like that. They don't do this, they do other stuff. All right. So this is, I would say, the first thing, all right? Fatty, what were you writing about? Now I am drawing with red pencil too, and I have just learned that red is much cleaner than black, no dust. Yeah, exactly. The red and the blue pencil, or also the dark violet, are really very good. Wondering if sharpening a pencil with a knife and not shaping is right. No, forget the knife. The pencil, use something like I do. You have a very nice point, and that's it. Don't complicate your life. Look, it's beautiful. It's like a little weapon. Don't worry. Okay, so okay, just do a little graphics here, but please, you have to exercise with your wheel graphics like a lot of people do, okay? So that you can learn how to do nice wheels. Okay, so now that I did that, I'm starting to think, and I can do little sketches, you know. I can imagine how this is going to be. For example, first of all, let's put sort of a light, you know. So I'll just make this a little bit darker. You see? So now it looks more like a and so this is for the rear light, okay? And the front we have something like that. And something like that. I just put a little line so that we can understand there is something going on here in terms of light. Okay, like that. And now that I did that, I'm starting to think, you know, how this, if this, I'm trying to fix also, because there are a few things that I can fix. Make sure that all the lines go well together. That's very important, that all the lines go well together, because that's the design. That's your sensibility, you know, how you feel shapes. Okay, so, but now if I so I'm starting to think a little bit of this light here, okay? And I'm trying to read the section, okay? So I'm starting to construct a little detail here. Excuse me, it was not a, it was not in the camera. So I'm trying to understand this detail from top view, okay? And I want to do a little detail here. Something like that. So what do I do? Now I'm starting to see it in 3D. I'm trying to correct the proportion and the perspective to make sure it does not look strange. So you see, little by little, I'm starting to get the shape. And one thing I want to understand is that here I have a nice light here on top, and he is in shadow. So this part is in shadow. And I want to try to reproduce the same effect. So first of all, this section should be more like that. You see, I changed the section there. It has to be not vertical, but more inclined if I inside, like it is here, inclined inside. You see on the side view. So now that I have that, I'm gonna put a little bit of shading. So I make a base just to start, okay? And then I start doing my real chiaroscuro. Make sure that I can see, yeah, I can read the shape. Okay, so can you see it? You see the little detail there. And now, because we have this little detail, what I want to do, I'm going to sketch a little bit more of the car around that detail, okay? So, now that I have the perspective, because this detail has all the lines going correctly, okay? What I will do now, little by little, I try to draw the section, okay, that comes inside, and then here it comes outside like a spoon, you see, like a spoon. So I have to do something like that, you see? And then at this point, it's going down and inside. So it's more or less it's here, down, and then it's gonna go inside. More or less proportions are like that. Okay, so following my perspective, which is this one, I put the lines, okay? And then here it's turning. And in this area, we have the wheel. And I sketch over. It's no big deal. That's okay. So what I want to do, I really want to understand how this car is. So let's try to make a little bit of extra shading so that we complete a little bit more this corner. So one thing that you have to remember, here I have the core, because this is a part of a cylinder here, okay? Big cylinder here. So that's why I'm doing like that. And now this area, this one, it's darker than this one because the light is coming from here. So this is in shadow and this is picking a little bit more light. And of course, it's like modeling. And now I'm discovering things, okay? Which are nice. Can you see the detail there? Okay, it's not exactly the same shape, I know. But it's just giving me an idea. You know, if you have to design something, you're looking for sections, then you know. So here we have the shadow of the car on the ground. So let's put that shadow. Let's see what happens. I always try to be clean with my lines, okay? You can see. And here, so what do I do now? I'm using this detail almost like a background. The car is always in the front. And this line here, we have a sort of spoiler, we said, okay? So here I'm going to you see? See that, yes. Okay, so now that we did that, we have a background. We can imagine a little bit how it could be. I don't know, here, let me put a hole here, something. Unless it looks a little bit sad. We don't want sad stuff. So this is something, maybe there is an air intake or outtake, or there is a plastic element. You see? It looks better. And then also another thing we can do, we can make a big door, okay? So let's make that door cut very light. Just few lines, not everything. We just need few lines so that the eye, your brain, just reads it reads the door, the full door. So this is come inside, it comes outside, it comes again inside, outside, and here. Do you see the section there? Now we can see really well. Thank you, Pratish. Thank you very much. And now in the front, so that now in the front the section is basically like this. Okay, so we have the door, and I want to understand a little bit of what's going on here, okay? Which is the front light. So I'm thinking, and maybe I'll put it here, okay? I don't know, I'm thinking, huh? I'm trying to imagine myself in front of the car and how it's gonna be this. Okay, so if this is this part here, then I have and then we put this element which is on the side, and this element could be here and here. So we could have a combination of those two elements, saying that this is the light. So I just put few lines that give an idea of the section. Then we can imagine that there is here in front there is a mouth, okay? You know, I can go on and on with details and stuff, but we're gonna stop very soon. You see? Hi, Omkar. So this is just a quick example, okay, to show you that there is a way that we can just put few different stuff on the same page where we have our main car, main design. Okay, and if we have a dark red, we could use the dark red marker, but I don't want to do it today because we could make this part here even darker than what it is, just to give a little bit more contrast. Okay. All right. So this is the first one of today. So many times people are asking, you know, show me your sketches. Of course, we will not show just one sketch per page with a nice background. Okay, you will have several of those, but you can show also pages with a lot of little ideas. Now I made them big, okay, but for example this detail, okay, I want to redo it because it doesn't look good. So maybe we want to do something that is more like that. You see, maybe this is even better. You see, a shape like that. So I can imagine it on the next one. I will have to make this shape instead of this one. So I start doing a little bit of shading just to get a feeling of what I will do next. And you can see that it looks much better in terms of dynamism, you know, energy, proportion is much better this one than that one. So we can imagine that the next step will be to make a correction on this one. Maybe we can make it a little bit longer. And then this one we can also we can do it a little better because here it's a little bit hard. In reality, this one should be a little bit more rounded. So let's make it more rounded. You see? It's gonna change, huh? You see the feeling is different now because it is round. Before it was too sharp. Oops. Okay, so this is our first one of today, and then we're gonna make a nice. I change color. I go back with my blue pencil. Okay, here we are, and I'm going to do cylinder. Okay, I want to, because you know blue and red you can even mix it, you know, to be honest. I used to do it, and sometimes it's really nice because you get that contrast that the red cannot give you. So if you need to do a little bit of extra darkness so that you have your main subject that is really sticking out. Okay, let's do this. I think it's gonna be nice. You see? And those colors together go really well. You can make even a nice shading from dark blue to red. Look. It looks even better. Yeah, it's more beautiful. Let's have some fun. Let's have fun. It's a little bit more artistic. Why not? But do not use the black. The black is going to be a mess. The blue is fine. You can use also a dark violet instead of the blue. And I really play between the red and the blue so that I still see the red, okay? But what I'm searching for now is contrast. You see? And now it's really working well. Now I will show you. I'm gonna do this only on this side view silhouette because this is our real main drawing, not everything else. Everything else is just second reading. Okay. Let me fix this because it came out a little bit not too nice. So you see, now you can see, you see that car first and then everything else. Is it true? Yeah, now it's better. Now we can see, you see that side view. And everything else is just after. Second reading. First reading, second reading. Okay, great. I'm quite happy. And now let's do what Charlie asked us, because he's right. We gotta do this too. So let's make a nice cylinder. So when we make a cylinder, okay, of course we have an ellipse and another one. This one is shorter, this one is bigger because the perspective. Then we have the lower border, okay, here. And starting from here, we have the side reflection. Then on top we have a very tiny reflection. And because we have a shadow, because the light is coming from here, okay, we have a shadow that is like that. I'll make it light for the moment. After we're gonna work the light, shadow and everything. So that I want to do this so that you have a feeling of what I'm doing. And because this cylinder has reflections, this shadow is reflecting on this surface, which is flat. It's like a mirror. So usually it's like that. Now, can you see it? This is just the line work. Sketchy. I need to learn how to use Copic marker from my channel and for your channel. Transportation design course. You gotta work hard, Sketchy. That's the only way. Yeah, but anyway, Sketchy, if you go and check between my 32 videos, you will have all the answers that you're already asking today. All right? So go and check it out. And if something for you is still missing, then come back. And you can ask me, no problem. No problem. Okay, so I'll take the blue marker. All right? Let's do the top reflection. And now let's do this reflection. Okay, let's the marker dry. And now let's make the shadow. Okay, so now we have to work with the dark and lighter surfaces, okay? So as you can see, I always try to make this dark area. Now, the nice thing that you see right away is that here I created a light effect. Did you see? You see that, right? And you know why I'm doing that? Because the reflection is going to be dark, super dark, to a little bit lighter blue. This dark area is the reflection of my shadow, which is there. Here, the same thing. Super dark, the shadow, then it becomes a little bit lighter. And its reflection here, we do the same, dark, light. Jean, our former had transportation now that your sketch is good, but I cannot portray my 3D. And how can I improve on that, sir? Okay, Sketch, I understood now your question. Let me complete this and after we'll talk about that, promise. All right? So that I can help you correctly. So to do this now, you know what I'm gonna do? I think you're all gonna be happy. We're gonna use our new pastel. Yes. So let's go and get it. It's here on this side of my desk. Let me search for it. We will use the magic dark blue, the indigo blue. Here we go, which is this one. New Pastel Prismacolor number 295. Okay. Then we will take our baby powder, which is here. And after that, our spray fix, which is here. Now wait, because I have to go and check to get some cotton. Hey Manish, don't worry, you're late, but we are still drawing, don't worry. I'm making a very good demo about a cylinder. I'll be there. 1 second, I take the cotton. So, here the cotton. Let me take a little bit so that I can, there you go, you see, I'm taking that one. And let's make some space. I just cut in 2 parts, okay? One, I leave it clean on the side, and I will start using this one. Now, to make sure that I use it well, you see, I bend it. I bend it. I don't want to use just this way because I will find old cotton on my fingers, and I don't want that to happen. So, like that, it's nice. But before we do that, let's take, I think like this, you can see, I take the blue and I make some dust, okay? Okay. Then I'll take the baby powder because we need it. We need to make this smooth. If it is not smooth, it's not gonna work. The baby powder is perfect for that. Perfect. So now I take my cotton, all right? Bend it, all right? I take really well with my fingers, all right? 2 here and 1 here. I'm gonna use this area here. And I'm gonna use it like it is a brush, all right? I'm gonna follow the shape. So, first, don't forget we're gonna build up layers to make the darkest spot as dark as we can. So, I take some baby powder and I mix it with the blue. And already looks really nice. Okay. It smells like at the nursery now. But I have no babies here. All right, so let's do it. And then on the side. And on the side, because it is flat, okay, because here it is flat, it's gonna be from dark to light here because we want to create a contrast in this area. Okay, so this is the first step. Look, how does it look? It's just the first one. Oops, sorry, like that. So you see dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. Okay, now let's spray fix. Without sniffing, huh? Okay, now it has to dry, unless it's gonna be a mess. So let it dry, let it dry. Let's wait. And this is very important for you to understand really well why we're making those shadings on our surface, 3D surfaces, because it all comes from this. Yeah, sketchy, that's how we do in school. The spray pen, it's not nice. Airbrush is too complicated, it's old technique. This one is also an old technique because today you have a Photoshop. But before you learn how to use Photoshop for that, you have to learn how to do it by hand, to really control it. And then one day, with Photoshop, it's gonna be very easy because you transfer everything you learn here on Photoshop. So easy. The white color says get the lighter shade, then there is no white color in pastel. No, white color there is in pastel. I have it. But the only problem is that it makes a mess. It's not nice. Okay, so now we are ready for the second layer. Okay, so now we're gonna build up darker. Let's see if I am able to do it. I'm always scared that I mess it up. And you're gonna laugh at me. Okay, and now on the side, you see it's coming darker now. It looks even better, much better. It's starting to turn now. We can see that the surface is starting to turn. Okay, so again, spray fix. All right, so let's wait that it dries. Because now we're gonna build up the third layer, number 3. And now on this side, the dark part, I just add a little bit of this to make sure that there is a the color feeling is very homogeneous, okay? Okay, let's spray again the fixative so that we go for the last, I guess, last layer. Okay, so let's wait that is dry. And then of course what we're gonna do at the end, we're gonna use our beautiful color pencils, okay, to create a little bit of warm light, cool light, stuff like that, a little bit of stuff, and then we're gonna put a little bit of highlights with white gouache, of course, like we did for the sphere. Gotta wait that is dry. Now this one I will do without baby powder, okay, the last one. But we gotta be very careful because we could make a big mess out of it. So, gotta be careful. Should be a little bit darker. Okay, spray fix. Let's wait. You see how dark it is now? It's starting looking shiny. Alright, so let's just wait a few more minutes so that we're gonna complete this, okay? Okay, spray fix again. Yeah, now you can see, now looking on the video, it gives really very nice effect. Very nice. I just need to make a little bit better here and a little better in this area because it looks like it's missing a little bit of shading, from dark to light in a more controlled way. So I'm gonna do that. You're gonna see it's gonna come out nice. And after that we can have fun with the blue pencil again, a little bit white or cream color. Usually I use the cream color. And of course, when I do this, I move my hand in a way that it's following the shape. Okay, now it is better. Now, last time with our spray fix, and then we go to the end. All right, so this I can already put it this place, okay, while it's drying. Okay, and take this away so that I don't get a mess. I'll put it in the kitchen and after we'll clean it up. I wash my hands. Gotta wash the hands to make sure that now, once it is dry, we can use and work on top of our drawing without compromising the cleanness of our paper. Yeah, it is a spray fix. Yeah, look, it's this one, Sketchy. It's a typical spray fix that you can find in every art store. You know, it's for charcoal design or chalk, pastel. Amkar, you know, I take it by the hands like that and I spray. So I guess it's going on over my lamp, my guitars, I don't know. Sir, along with knowledge of how to sketch a kind of perspective, what more knowledge do we need to have to get into a design school? Aditya Munde, to get in design school, it's a question of to be accepted. It's a question of sketching and also creativity, which means your talent. All right, so now let's take the blue pencil again. All right, with this we finished. Let's make a nice sharp point, and now let's clean up. It is still wet. Okay, for example, here. So, the outline here. You see, now it's much sharper. It's better. And now we go and take our light yellow Faber-Castell, and I'm just gonna make some light reflections. You see, warm light, just light reflection. So I'm just making this because I want that there is a kind of reflection here, you know, like there is a water or something. Now, can you see? Look how nice. You see, it is a reflection like when we see the water at night and there is a strange reflection coming from under the water. So there must be an object here, or maybe water, that is picking up the light of the sun and is reflecting inside here. Then another thing I want to do here, Now, here I did also few lines, you see? Because for me, this detail is like there are a building or a house, something that is reflecting there and it's very compressed, okay? It is like a house, you know? Then I go back with my dark and I just do few contrast. I just create a better contrast there, in there. Okay, let's go and check it again. Look. You see, there is a reflection of something out there. Yeah, sketching, to get a job is not easy. To get a job, you must have a super strong portfolio full of creativity. Good creativity. That's the truth, you know. That's the thing. And now on this side, on the left, here I did a little reflection cold, okay? There's no yellow, it's just cold, just white, and I'm reproduced that reflection here. Look. Okay, now that we did that, the last thing I want to do is to hit a little bit darker here because it looks like it's a little bit too light for my judgment. And now we are gonna take our beautiful white gouache. It's the moment that we always wait for, huh? To put some nice highlights. Yeah, Sketchy, go back and check the video again as many times as you want on the page. And you can... so I'm preparing, okay? Look. And of course you can exercise at home. Okay, so first one here, as we do usually. We kill that reflection. Then a little bit light inside there. You see? Okay. I guess it's done. I go and clean up the brush. Alright, so today we got also very nice cylinder, okay? And this is also to understand how the light is hitting a cylinder, okay? Now, when we go back and we check what we did here, you understand this reflection, because this reflection is a part of that. This is a cylinder, you see? So that's why I say it is very important that we all learn how to use the sphere reflections, the cylinder, the conic shape, the basic shapes, you know, basically, like also the cube, because it is all those shapes together that makes sidecars, side sections, and some nice shapes that are used in car design. There's always a specific spot to put highlights where. Yes, the spot is we have a spot. As you can see, I put it here in the center, and I put it here because if the light is coming from there, and here we have the sun, okay, it is kind of coming down, all right, then the spot is going to be more or less in this area. You can also bring it over here. But one thing important is that we have a focal point, only one point. In this case, this is our focal point, okay, with the highlights here, this area. All right. So now I would like to go back to my okay. So here we are. Put my glasses. So today we finished, all right? We did our beautiful cylinder, okay? It's important. That's the way to understand, to understand basic shapes, all right? And we did before this sketch with the new red Prismacolor, all right, that I bought and I received, and then used some dark blue in the darkest area of our main sketch, our key sketch, which is our side view, to give a better contrast, to make sure that the car really pops out on paper. All right, punchy work. Okay, so I hope that you liked what we did today too. It was our number 32 episodes together. I thank you very much for your patience. I hope it has been useful to you. Share the video, right? I will put the video on our Facebook page. You that are on YouTube, eventually you can just pick up the link and put it on your Facebook or social networks. Thank you very much for being with me. Exercise, and next time will be Wednesday at 6:30. So the same time of today, don't forget. Ciao Lydia, ciao Alicia, ciao Sketchy, Feti, everybody, bye. Ciao Martin and all your people working with you or your colleagues, okay? A big hug to the post office in England. I don't know which one it is, but anyway, ciao guys, thanks for following. Ciao to everybody, bye.